Hello, it's me, it's Wolfren again. And before we see today's video, I wanted to show you something really cool. So there is this shop in Malaysia, it's called My Metal Card, and they do a lot of very cool things with metal. Like they do tokens, they do energy markers, or I don't know, that kind of thing. I think it's really cool, and the quality, it's actually pretty nice. So they sent me those so I could show you. And I have some spares, so I will be doing a giveaway, okay? Those are the first they made. Now they have a lot more, and like, I don't know, I think there is like a real cool ones, like now with Senka one, there is also Rezael one, there is also Nightros, Harry, I think there is also Listifael, I'm not sure now. Well, the thing is that there is a lot of cool things, and this is a very cool site that supports new creators. Like, for example, this is the first time this happens to me, so I'm very happy, okay? And so I'll be making a giveaway on Twitter, okay? I will make a post, and you will see there how you can participate. And well, that was just it. If you feel like it and you want to have a look, I think you will find really interesting things, okay? I will give you the site somewhere in the screen, somehow, and that was just it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's Zorga versus Shiranui, finally, and that's all, okay? Hello, it's me, it's Wolfren, and today we finally have it! We finally have the game versus Shiranui! I think this is the hardest video ever. Like, you will see we move from shops, well, we record, and like, this video has been asked for a lot, and it's finally here. Okay, so first game happened in one shop, then we thought we would have more time to record a bit more games, but we didn't, so we needed another day to record the following ones, okay? So we are going first, and I think what I'm trying to do here is denying Shenri. Sometimes it's fine, like, you can see, like, you can just prepare the order for the next turn, but as I keep playing a bit more, I don't find this to be as worth it when you go first. I think you just accept Shenri will happen. So I don't do this as much anymore, because I don't think it's worth, like, okay, you trade one card and they lose something out of it, they lose soul and they lose a speed, but I think the single card it's more worth the speed they might be losing, and maybe they don't maybe they don't even have the card in hand to begin with. Like, you just accept that going first versus an straight deck sucks, and just call the Philander if you need it, and that's about it, I think, personally, after trying a bit more. Also, I don't like doing this kind of grade 1 pattern. I think the second grade 1 has to go behind the Vanguard, because you need to put the Alana on the other side in order to give the power to the 21 column. So I don't like calling the boosters like that, to be honest. Okay, we get Shadow Cloak. I don't see the orders. I think we have two. Maybe we get the Blitz order here. Yes. Nice. Yeah, the energies. Okay, and maybe we keep one Shadow to make better choices next turn. I like that. Ah, we have the dragon, of course. There is no doubt. Okay. Power. Yeah, here is like the choice, right? Because if you can be a bit greedy, and sometimes they have to take the third damage, because okay, yeah, because they can card anything. But if they take the defensive and it's a trigger, then they can guard the double damage. I don't know. I felt greedier that day. Apparently, I have to learn to cut the silence in the videos for them to be better, but I don't know how you do that. Like, I should be cutting here and just you see the next play right after? I don't know. I don't understand the concept. Ah, yes, here my friend was still missing the forts, but we have them now. And yes, this is a misplay. We now we cannot read cards. Okay, we cannot read cards, and we haven't read the card because this was like the week of release, and we had to record the second part 2 weeks after or something like that. And we didn't know we can only retire grade 2s or greater back then. So Philander just died instead of the Shadow Cloak. Everything is fine. I mean, it's not fine because now this attack has to go to Vanguard and I have to discard something from hand, but we will take it. I think it's the same aggro-wise because we have another Shadow in hand, so we can call it again. But okay, so I had another Shadow Cloak, right? The first turn, so I could have just not milled the Blitz order and milled something, another order to play this turn. I think. Yeah, I could have milled another order to play this turn and put it into my hand, like the Habitat or whatever, and this turn I can mill the Blitz order. That was a mistake. Oh my god. Ah, but maybe I wanted the mask and then it didn't matter. Maybe that was the thought process. But I don't know, we have time. We have time. Like, I think in those videos I was more prone to masking turn 3 than I am currently. Because, I don't know, the Divine skill turn 3, it's really nice. And you can just keep the Zorga mask. Oh my god, the camera is tilting! Okay, so you don't understand this, but the moment you start recording something, people appears and they move things. like when you're on vacation trying to take a picture and you make sure there is no people around, but suddenly there is 3, 4 limitless amounts of people appearing. This. Okay, so now apparently the angle it's tilted, okay? Oh my god! So yeah, basically what I was saying is that maybe I did the Blitz thing because I was planning on do the Zorga Mask turn 3. But I think you just need to be slow with it and just do it turn 4. Don't precipitate, you know? Don't precipitate. Oh, and we draw Coutier, nice. Well, we would. Oh, and we also draw Malice. Malice, it's not like Malice matters, but drawing the Coutier, it's really nice. And we now draw the cow. So basically, we are just missing the kill severing. We are probably going to use Habitat to find it. I think I should have milled an order to play. We didn't use the Blitz order. Like, when you're playing versus Shiranui, having the extra defense, it's nice because you're going to get 2 game. But I think making sure we had the next order for the following up turn was nicer. I think it would have been better. Here, of course, it didn't matter because we top deck. Of course, because Zorga loves us here. Zorga wins in this channel, only in this channel. Because we are lucky, because the passion pays off well. No heal. I love Alana. Alana, it's so good. Because essentially the card, it's boosting twice, right? Because it boosts the column, maybe it makes or creates some kind of magic number, and then gives power to a different column. Like, not here, maybe, because they are a 10k, but you can do the same versus a great one. And it's actually magic number, and then the other attack might hit or something. Like, I think where this shines more is like when you call to the card, and then the next turn it can go to soul to do that. In Nadir, it doesn't come off as often because you have the Energy Blast 2, but that was a very good play to be doing the previous format. Here it's like more, you will just call it back, right? So it's not like you can actually do the thing and where you keep it to use it 2 turns. I don't think this happens as much. Well, maybe it does. If you're going to grade 2 game. Yeah, this Drag Beta will move and will be a blue OT next video, okay? Next fight. Not next video, next fight. Drag Beta, it's really strong. Like, really strong. In this deck. Like, it's nutty. I think Drag Beta is really broken in general. Like if Shiva hits it, it wins. Because it's, the cards do not have the once per turn often, so yikes. Like, I think other OTs went like, if they are not being hit on defense, which really shuts down the turn, I think offensively the other OTs are more okay. Maybe there is some Elder Breath dramas or something like that, but I think the decks do farm a lot, so I think it's very easy to have 2 PGs. Like, the decks either finish the game before that's a problem, or they can farm defense. Like, I feel I have the defense from like I see often enough I have the cards to play around them offensively. That's what I want to say. I don't think that applies to a lot of other decks, because when we compare the length of the game and the facility for the decks to have the cards in hand to defense, I don't know, I don't remember the last time I auto-lost to an offensive OT, personally. We do the bouncings, and here, I don't know if we have the kill, but I probably prefer to do the Divine skill before masking up. At least for now, and at least if you don't have 2 RPDs. If you have 1 RPD, then Zorga Nadir is instantaneously better, I think. Like, especially if you can do the triple binding order, or if you can include Miasma on the equation, and you can hit the 38k or 43ks, I think it's very strong. Probably we have the kill if we have masked. But one thing with Zorga Mask, is that you can also farm more, so I think it's doable sometimes. Like, if they have outpushed you a lot, you can do that. Because suddenly you have more soul, and maybe you can, use the Nadir for, like, I don't know, they double critted you, and you have to use 2 PGs, but now you can just call 2 PGs with Zorga Nadir, and you bounce both PGs. That works. That's actually something you can use the card for defense. Nadir is not really a defensive card, I think. Like, besides being able to get the Blitz order back to hand. But it's curious, because having kill and cow turn 3, it's, even if it's turn 4 because you get 2 game, it's not as usual. I think usually you have to use the Divine, but if you have everything, you can go for this as well. Just be wary of being able to rewrite, like, because if you don't rewrite, you will lose, because it's a lot of loss of power. But I don't know, if maybe you have the 2 Nadirs in hand, and you see, like, okay, I have everything for the combo here, and I can rewrite 2 turns in a row, maybe you can go for it. Just don't get baited. Like, if you do it, it has to be because you can afford. Yeah, we're also using the hedgehogs here still. I have removed them because I don't think they do anything. Like, they don't have a downside, like, because I'm just using a 10k where I would be using a 15k, but it's the same. It's just that I don't think they actually add up at all. Like, okay, I'm versus the 61 Eva, I'm still PGing most of the swings. I don't know. And also you have to play versus Eva. If you don't play versus Eva, they won't matter. I think there is some pairings where they are actually bad, and in others they don't help or do nothing. So I just moved again to the 15k ones. I don't like to do 2-2 or 3-1. I want to know what I'm going to have in hand. So I just run 4 of the LSG Pixie now. Watch me. Just 2-2 pass. A triple drive Vanguard on a 1 game. Okay, just don't be like me and just 3-2 pass or no pass the Vanguard, please. Because it's a bit sad because I think this game was won. And here we're just about to int it. Okay, I'm sorry. GG. This game was won, but I mean, game 2. So we teleport into another shop. We have 2 local scenes here in Barcelona. We have like a lot of players, and now we have more players than before, so we're really a growing community. We just had a, like, I could not get there, and like 4 players or so were not attending, and we still hit 18 this previous weekend. So yeah, we really have a lot of community here. We have 2 shops that sell Vanguard now. Well, we have been for a while, and I don't know, it's just really nice. If you come to Barcelona, you can hit me up on Twitter or Discord, and you can come to our shop. I will guide you. We will. I mean, we are a nice community. We are friendly. Are we going second now? Or are we going first again? Are we going first again? Yeah, because I think since we moved places, we might have forgotten. I don't know. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, one thing I like versus Zorga, like about Zorga, is that it can basically defeat any strike decks without any issue. I think any mask deck can defeat strike decks without any issue because they are basically always going first. You just get to game them, and most of the mask deck have a lot of pressure. We have good early games, Leonor masks, even if it's not that much played, I think beats Shiranui. Because, okay, it has less hand size, but also the game is going to last less. Or at least that's my impression. Like, I don't know, if you are on 3-rec, I think bringing Leonor mask or Zorga mask or even Astroea, maybe? I don't know, like, I like her, but she might be a bit inefficient. But yeah, I don't know, I think those decks do well versus Astrides. They are just not as popular, maybe they are a bit more piece reliant, perhaps, so people doesn't like them. But I think they work. You just get to game, and they are going first instantaneously, because you will do Persona, and they are 1 turn past in their tempo. Like, going first, it's not ideal because they will still have 3 energies, which is a card, and a card more than you, so you can go second, but I don't feel, look, you can go as comfortably as second versus other decks. Because I'm running Mask here, I can actually use my Divine aggressively turn 3, or the Mask decks can have the Persona, so you can comfortably place second into them, but I don't feel Rezael or Varga or Blackmire feel as comfortable going second. Rain doesn't feel going second as well until she gets the 4th attack, so you can be more aggressive even if you are going second. But I don't know, I don't feel like the Divine decks can do that kind of thing versus those. So if you're going to play 3-rec format, you can just pick a mask. I think it's a rogue pick, like just pick one that it has like enough consistency to work, and you're fine. I think personally. To be honest, I'm not following along with the video. I went like I got distracted. So we are very low both on damage. So this means they are probably low on cards and hand size because they have to guard to be just at 1 damage. I don't know if they healed or whatever. We are probably at less damage because they haven't rushed. That's another thing. Shiranui can with the rush, and they are very fucked. Suddenly they need a whole extra turn. Like, suddenly, doing Oboro, a second stride, suddenly it matters because they need the extra cards to play the extra turn they don't want to play. And also, I'm like, you run 4 Ford and 4 Shenri. How is that different from playing 4 Yuika and playing 4 Francet in Chris Rain? There is actually one difference, which is the new ride line that scries 5, or Strega that scries 5. Like, with Shiranui, you just have 4 Fords and 4 Shenris. You have to draw them. They have a searching order that it's very bad. And other decks have way more tools to exploit their early game. And for some reason, I feel like we clearly understand that Chris Rain breaks, and if she breaks, it has a poor game. But you can play Shiranui, have a bad early game, and you shall, even if you don't break your game plan because you have it on a stride in the G zone, you are not playing the game you want to play. Shiranui is like some kind of mid-ranged aggro. You don't want the game to go into 3 strides. It's not an scale deck. It's something that wants to do very short games, and you want to rush and finish as soon as possible. You don't want to start playing turn 3. And if you don't get your early game pieces, you are very slow, very slow. They won't kill you for ages. What makes those decks strong is that they have a very powerful early game, and their mid game it's good. But if they don't see the early game, just as any other deck, they are playing a game they don't want to be playing. And you cannot really find for those pieces early game. Other decks that have more aggro tools can actually do that. Of course, they have other issues, like if your opponent heals, the aggro just dies, and blah blah blah, we know that. But, like, it's not that stride decks cannot have bad games or not break at all. They can break. And trust me, they are very sad when they do. If that's the game I remember, yeah, because they have healed 2 times for now, right? I'm getting distracted, but it's fine. They have healed 2 times, which is very rough for us, but because we have a lot of extra attacks, because we are running the masks, we can overcome that. Like, this is GG for any build that it's divine focused, like pure focused. But because we have a lot of more extra swings, because we are running the kill engine with the mask, we can overcome that kind of disadvantage. And here, we just so happen... wait, I will wait a bit, because it has not happened yet. I will wait. One thing I like here is that because it's the Zorga mask that will give the 10k, we can afford to use other orders or not call the, like, we can get back the bouncers. We can get back the bouncers, so we are farming 2 cards in our hand instead of the 2 boosters. And because Zorga mask can keep plussing through the game, because you can keep binding the extra Zorgas, you are also plussing more. This is like a +3, because we don't have to... we have 2 cards in hand, then 1 translates into the draw, and we can, like, rewrite the Nadir, use the Nadir next turn. There's a lot of plussing involving that play, even if it doesn't seem like it. Like, sure, it's a lot of pieces, but it's good. The only thing I don't like here, but here, like, this is like one exception, right? Because we said that if we are on the disadvantage, we can use this to farm faster. So, okay, I've been saying that I prefer to do the Divine turn 3, but it so happened that doing the mask was good in those 2 games. It's definitely not what you usually do, but it's something that you need to see when it's good doing, you know? And also here there is no second RPD, right? So maybe if we are playing a more even game where we don't need to do the farming or etc., or they haven't healed twice, you just do the Divine turn 3 and put them to 4. But the thing is, we cannot do that because they are at 0 because they healed twice. So this is a particularly complex game where we have the luck against us, so we have to adapt to the circumstance. We need to, since they have more resources because they have heal, we need to also speed up how we farm the cards. And I think I happen to have a lot of Zorgas here, so I knew I could, like, because usually you cannot keep reriding the Zorga Nadir smoothly, right? But because I think I had a lot of Zorgas here, I felt like I could afford it. Oh, also, I'm playing Revolution here. I wanted to try it. It was bad, so just don't do it. You don't have to do it. It's a fun card, but it's not really good. It's too expensive. I think he doesn't want to play the PG so fast. But that's a lot of power, right? And he doesn't want to take the 2 damage. If he takes the 2 damage, then we are doing a 5 attack turn. Have we healed? Or is this the first time? I'm not sure. Okay, so, yeah. You have to take their PGs fast from their hand. Zorga Nadir wouldn't have been great here because they can just double trigger the RPDs. And taking the PG away. This is the 3rd time they're healed, or is this the 2nd? I don't remember. How are they healing so much? So long. Okay, what the fuck. So they have healed twice and OT defensively. Drama. One good thing though is that there is 1 damage for them that does not matter, because if they take the crit, they go to 4, and then they have to guard everything if you get a crit. So it doesn't really matter if they are at 5 or they are at 4. They will keep wasting the same amount of cards unless they want to risk losing to a crit. That's also fine, because maybe you have it and you just win and you go next, GG. But yeah, that's basically the thing. Yeah, like, I'm using it as a 10k. It's not detrimental, but it's not helpful either. Like, in trade rec, you don't run it. And maybe you do in the format. Maybe, perhaps. We do not heal, but it's power. Shenri has moments where it is super mid. I don't know. I think it's easy to surpass. It doesn't. I don't know. Oh yeah, the shadow died. The shadowed because the domination kills cards. Yeah, it's fine. So he's not calling the spare idea. He's just doing that. That's fine. Also, like I'm at 23. You can just do the Furai. Here I think you just do the 8k, 18. Yeah, but then you don't sacrifice the Shenri. That's my point. You see. And maybe one of the attacks could have gone into the other shadow or the Philander, so he could draw cards. I think that turn was not optimal on the Shiranui, because it's a -1, and then if you kill my cards, it's like if I'm like, okay, I don't use the card from hand, but you're still killing my board, maybe I do not bounce, maybe or something, and you can draw one. I think this was greedy on their end. I don't like it. Okay, man, thank God he's not healing a 4th time. He really wanted to heal. If we ask him now, he would say, no, I didn't need it, but he wanted to heal. You saw him, he tried to. Also the 4th, it's there, it doesn't really add up. 2 minuses for him. You were right, and now you just, if you have the Malice Freeze loop, or if you have the cow, you can just keep looping the Zorga Mask every turn like it's going to happen now. This Zorga Mask goes to hand, and then you Shadow Blast. Oh, I like that. You Shadow Blast the Mask to do the bounce, and yeah, those boosters keep scaling, keep scaling, keep scaling, keep scaling. So we bind the freeze. This means we are going to Malice Freeze, yeah, that's fine. Then we go to Zero Soul. Probably here I'm going to... Yeah, so the cow and the fake Philander. Oh, they're both Philanders. Why is that so? Ah, no, because cow came from the Nadir. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Ah, because I want you want the column opposing the marker to be stronger, because this way you can bait them. However, I think I just wanted to keep the Philander, maybe. Why did I call it like that? Yeah, here you just put the Philander where the cow is and sacrifice the cow and the Philander, and you have 10k more power boost. Why did I? I'm confused. Well, that's a failure, no problem. We just accept our mistakes here. What am I doing? What is the Zorga Nadir? What did I do? I should be on Zorga Nadir now. Ah, okay, I have already rewrite. Oh, now didn't I use the cow twice? I really need to stop this and have a look at it. Wait a second. Okay, so basically, yes, I used the cow twice, and here to do the same, you just kill the cow and call it back with the Zorga masks, and then you can just get another order. Okay, I don't know. It's a misplay. It's a cheat. It's not one per turn, but it's not like a big deal. Instead of using the Zorga mask to get back the Philander, you just sacrifice the cow to the Malice, and once you rewrite, you just call it back with the masks instead of the Philander, and add the order to hand. And it doesn't even matter, because that cow can come back to board next turn as well with the Nadir. I just slipped. But it's not like it affects the game at all. It's basically the same, if you get me. It would affect in the sense that the Philander would be 10k weaker on the marker column. However, but I had Rake. I never use it. It's bad. It doesn't. It's costful. It's useless. Miasma it's way better, and if you whiff the Coutier engine, you can just Miasma and you will hit 33 or 38 or even 43 anyway. So it's 100%. Miasma is 100% needed. You cannot play without it, because it fixes wrong games. I know the mask cards are more pieces to see, but I think they really open up for a different kind of game to be played. And sometimes you really want to play that game. Okay, sometimes you will break, sometimes you won't have the Coutier because you have less in your deck. But sometimes, I think Coutier, it's worse than it seems, because it's not a Shadow Cloak. You see, initially it seems like you're playing 8 Shadow Cloaks. But in reality, if you don't see the Shadow Cloaks, you're going to lose anyway. And there is a point when you have 3 Coutiers in hand, and you cannot use them. So I think less copies, it's fine, and there is a space for other stuff. Because you are flooding too much if you run too many of that card. And again, if you have Coutier, if you have 2 Coutiers, it doesn't matter, because if you don't have Shadow, you are not going to play that game. You really need Shadow Cloak. And there is this point where running 2 coutiers to 4 coutiers, like it's like running 6 tutors for orders, and again, you are still not able to run more Shadow Cloak. So I don't think 4 coutiers are needed anymore. I used to think like that, but that was like, if you're playing poor, you need 4 coutiers, because that's the whole thing your deck is doing. It cannot adapt or switch into anything else, so you really want to see it fast and start grinding. But if you run other stuff mixed, I think you don't need as much copies, because your deck is able of doing other stuff, and there is always something you can be doing. It's also like, if we were playing Mask here, 20, 25, let's say, you are still running more copies of the cards, because you have like 2 coutiers, so basically it's like having 3 copies of everything versus having the 2 we used to have on top of the Shadow Cloaks. So I think we are still playing a more consistent version compared to what we were playing, but we just don't want to give up on some of the plays we were allowed to do and try to complement the new playstyle with something old. Yeah. Here we PG. We got PTSD from the last time we just to pass it, but on tempo. On lethal. Also, I like kill, because sometimes it can be used as CV1, retire 1 rearguard. You attack the front row. Worth. Rip, Furai, CV1. We were right, because we had everything. This is a double heal and defensive OT game, by the way. I'm sad I did the tiny misplay cheating moment, because it didn't affect at all, but now it seems like it affected. And it doesn't let Zorga shine. One thing I like about doing this is that you can play Overcoming in Zorga Mask. You can do this right shenanigans while you spam the Overcoming in between. And that's so good, because it's Zorga Mask, but with massive booster, with just one massive booster. The turns you bounce the Zorga from the drop zone, it's just one booster, unless you want to bounce also PG, then none of the boosters will have power, because you are using them for Nadir. Unless you do a double revive order, I think you have to do for both cards, then you can still have the boosters. That's also fine. But I don't know if you can like put the... I'm scared because I'm not watching and I'm sure I'm cheating. I need to take care of what I'm doing. What orders did we use? Did we do it right? If we didn't, just tell me. I don't know what cards... Ah, okay, so the cow has the power. They have to take the Zorga because they don't have any cards at all. They have 2 PGs, but they can still... They are still on... So the difference here is they are on crit to lose, but even if we don't crit, we are still menacing for lethal because we have the kill. That's the thing. And sometimes they may have enough to guard the RPD, and the crit Zorga, but they cannot defend also the same crit if you put it on the kill column. I'm not sure if that's... Yeah, that's their second strike turn. They didn't have access to Oboro. Like, usually I think they should not be able to hit the Oboro. I think you kill them before they Oboro at all. But if they heal too much, they will Oboro. That's what it is. Like, you cannot do much about it if they heal 3 times, you know? But again, if you're playing versus anything and they triple heal, it's going to be more difficult. That's they are saving a lot of cards there. GG! Let's go to game 3. So we are currently 1-1 because of... Wait, are we currently 1-1? Yeah, we are currently 1-1. Okay, so let's move to game 3. I'm very sad because you won't see that, but I forgot to cut the intros of the games, and now I have to fix it. This is going to be a very dramatic when I try to put the video together in 10 minutes. The Wolf from the future, it's very mad at me. Okay, the past Wolfren made a mistake. Now the present Wolfren has to has to accept the mistake has happened, and it will be suffered by the Wolfren from the future. Okay, so game 3. Okay, so I will just put a mark for when I have to put the video. You will see a lot of shuffling, okay? You will just see that. Okay, the game starts here. The game starts here. You will see a lot of shuffling, okay? But the game just starts. Game 3, let's go. We are going second now. So, did we go first, both games? Holy shit. We won going first both games. Well, we lost. We technically lost the first game. Yes. Sometimes, I don't know, I feel going first we have more time. Because there is always this fourth turn in between, which is one more card to see the cards you are missing. And it comes handy. It comes handy sometimes to see the whole package. To be honest, there is a past video where I promised not to shit on Wolf from the past, because basically I don't know what I was thinking at that moment, right? And I'm like, Wolf, what are you doing? Why are you masking turn 3 if you shouldn't? Maybe there was a reason at that time and I cannot see it in the video. So I promised not to shit on the past Wolfren unless past Wolfren fucks up with the camera, with the video. Then we can shit on past Wolfren, but not for the game reasons, because we don't know what we were thinking. Unless the mistake was really obvious, like not killing the cow with the malice back the last moment, then I will try to be more chill. Ideally, you want to deny the Shenri going second, because you can call the Philanders or whatever, but sometimes you don't have them. But if you have them, you can try. I really like freeze over the death command now, because I'm running the mask. If you run the mask, you need it to soulless cards from soul, and you have more soul as well. And the card that by itself, it's better than the death command restraint, because it's more selective, and I think the cost, it's fine. You can just hit Alanas or something, or fan pieces. It's like a overall better card, and since you have the mask, you can afford it. You just don't run it on pure. You go for the free order, even if it's less quality, I think. Okay. Here we don't have the Kutir, or so it seems, so we might try to get the Miasma for the power we are missing. And also because we are going second, we don't need... it will come right after, right? Okay, so maybe we don't have the Zorgas. Yeah, okay, so you need to persona, right? Okay, if you already have the... Okay, so in order to choose the right order turn 3, like, you need to ask yourself if you have the Zorga Nadir in your hand. Okay, if you don't have the Zorga Nadir in your hand, you need the Forbiddle to get the Zorga Nadir in your hand for your turn 4. You need to persona right turn 4, okay? That's like an heuristic you should be applying. If you don't persona right turn 4, you are fucked, because you don't have soul, you don't have power, you are weak, okay? However, you can... forfeit the second dragon. If you have one dragon, Zorga Nadir is just as powerful, because they are usually high on damage, and there is some situations where just one dragon is enough to win the game, because they have, for example, if they have to take the Zorga, it doesn't matter if the fourth attack doesn't have crit, because it will get the crit from your menace in Vanguard, okay? For your menace in Vanguard, the menace of losing to a crit. And if they no guard Zorga, then they go to 5 or lose right away. So you don't need that. So if you have Zorga Nadir already in hand and 1 RPD, you might want to use Habitat instead of Forvidal to find a PG or something, and there will be more time for the Forvidal. Okay? Or you can mill it and not use it just right away, because you have the Persona and you don't need the second dragon yet. You need the second dragon for the Mask's turn, however, because Zorga Mask usually needs the 2 crit attacks. Because if you have only 1 crit attack, then suddenly they can take one of the extra attacks, and then it's not powerful. Okay, they healed again. They heal a lot. Also, one tiny but very good thing about this version, it's like, I feel the Divine decks are struggle a lot. The Divine decks, I mean the Divine skill ones, struggle a lot when opponent heals too much, because they like, if they heal once, that's fine, but then for every heal they hit, you need more crits to make up for that, or they get out of range. And the Divine skill decks are like very mid-game focused, like they might have aggro or not, but they really resolve around how that Divine skill turns out to be. They are fixing this a bit with the new cards, like the Cruise Rain extra attack or etc. But usually they get super weak when the Divine pops. You pop, wow, Divine skill, and if they survive, you are sad. And if they heal, they will survive. So yeah, that's basically it. But not with this version, because for starters, they are very likely to lose faster because you can Divine turn 3 and they go away. But even if they heal, you have extra attacks later. You are not a Divine deck at all past turn 4. You won't feel that. You will just keep attacking 4 times with a lot of power, and you will keep scaling. What is this? Ah, okay, so those are oracles. We are thinking about what to call. Yeah, because nowhere coming, we have to use the skill. Yeah, but I have to kill something else. Yeah, the Lana. Okay, that's fine. And the dragon just dies. Okay. Okay. We are calling probably 1 Shadow Cloak and the Finlander. Ah, the marker. Yeah, I forgot about the marker. So I'm creating the marker. Sorry. And now I use the Malice. Okay, everything is fine. This is going to be very weak. What am I thinking? We want trash talk about the Wolfren from the past, but this doesn't seem affordable at all. Do we have Zorga Nadir? Are we going to divine or not? What are we going to do? If we don't divine skill here, because that doesn't seem like a good divine turn, we can prepare the Zorga Mask and we can do a Zorga Nadir. You get it from the drop zone because you don't want to waste the copies from deck, especially since there is 1 in damage. So I think what we're going to do, we are playing this way different. We will do the Persona right next turn. Yeah, we are likely to just do that. Mask again? What am I doing? What is this game? Why am I masking every game? What's happening? That's not what happens in the games usually. Am I masking again? Why? Oh my god. I cannot comprehend what I'm seeing. Oh my god. Okay, I think I will just watch. I'm like, it makes sense now killing the whole column because I was about to do the mask. So it didn't matter not having the power. Okay, let's just expectate. I will join you guys, and I will. I'm also an spectator this game. I mean, it makes sense because we don't have the power with Zorga Nadir, so we have to make up for the brick by getting the power in a different way. I can understand that, but we don't have that many Zorga Nadirs. Like, we have 1 in damage. Ah, but we got the other from drop zone, so we have 2 left. Okay, so next turn we can rewrite, and maybe we hit some other Zorga. We can actually get the same from Soul. as well, depending on what we do. Do we have kill? We have regurgitation. Like, oh my god. Oh my god, this is why we didn't mill the miasma, because it was not in the deck. Also, like, you will laugh with me, but I don't think those are the games I just recorded this week. Because I'm pretty sure I was running miasma in those games. So probably I have 2 more other games. I will, like, I don't know, Wolfren from the future, it's already fact. I will just check in my phone for more games, and if there is more games, I will just give more work for the Wolf from the future. It's fine. He will work hard. And you will have a longer video. Yay! Okay, we also have kill again. What the fuck? This version is meant to be breakier. And we keep crit healing. Am I recording the same video twice? Are we watching the same video we have already watched? Oh my god. If I have commentated the same video twice, forgetting about it, I will scream. Oh my god. Okay, so let's do one thing. This is just too good. You cannot miss this. This is my daily life. Like, can you imagine watching at the same thing twice and not being able to process what you're watching? Was this exactly what happened? I need to check this. Are we seeing the same game twice? Oh my god. I will put this. This will remain in the video. I don't know. I will put a text so you can just skip. But it really is. Wait a second. My god. It's actually game 3 now. Okay, follow along. Let's go. Jesus Christ. Also, I checked other stuff. I was going second. I thought I was going first. What the fuck? Okay, this time we are actually going second. No, wait. We are going second again, not actually. Oh. I don't know what's happening with me this afternoon. I fucking swear. I don't know. I just don't know. We have kill and cow again. If this is the same video again, once more, I don't know. I will be annoyed, I guess. I don't think it is, though. I mean, I really checked 3 times if it is the same video again. Oh my god. Did you realize it was the same video again? Did you? If it okay, the double Shenry, it's new, that's new. But if you did notice, let me know, please. Like, if you didn't, like, if you are like me and you didn't, I will feel really comfort. So just let me know in the comments, please, por favor. Okay, so I think I took my time thinking because I wanted to dodge the Sentries, but I don't see any ordering drops, so basically we could not afford because we had to discard 1 extra card. Sometimes that happens. We have Freeze with Alan, it's so good. And it is really helping us find the orders. Like,
Death Command is not as good as this card. I'm so sorry. It's just that pure Nadir cannot afford the freeze, I think. But I really like freeze. This game looks rough. Because here I mean, I really think we need to trade. I think that's correct. But missing the soul, it's risky. Also, we don't have... Like, if I'm milling the Forbiddle, it's because I'm missing other pieces as well. Probably not just the dragon. And if we have to put an order in hand with the cow, that's the soul we have left. We cannot bounce. Ah, but we have the Kutir in hand. We have the Kutir in hand. Why didn't we use it? I think it's because we needed to play next turn. Yeah. No, but then... Wait. Wolfren from the past. Okay, today I'm not clearly on my best, so let's just watch the video without judging everything. Let's just share this moment. Because if I have the Kutir, then I do not care about the soul, right? Or why would I not use the overcoming? Because I'm missing pieces and I want to try and find them, but that doesn't look like it, you know? I cannot understand anything. Like, have you watched the video of the elephant saying that if the date's fact and cannot be unfact, just accept it? This is my mood, my current mood. Like, the day was fact, but it can be less fact if you just accept it cannot be unfact. For some reason, like, they have called a lot of Shinris here. Oof. Yeah, I was about to say that this was actually playable because they don't have too much hand, but I don't know, this is going to be really short at this point. Ah, by the way, I checked, there is no more videos. I don't know, I just imagined them. How are we surviving? How? Like, I'm surprised we haven't lost yet. Are we coming back from this or something? No grind, no cards. We can. I think we have to go miasma here. Like, I don't know. Like, we have to go miasma, but we also have to go habitat. Like, we can go maybe miasma for the power with the habitat. Ah, but we don't have the Zorga in hand either. No, but we do have the Zorga. Ah, but we don't have any dragon. Yeah, we are fucked. Yeah. This is just really unplayable, right? If this happens, what do you do? Like, if you have 0 pieces, a total of 0? Oh, but there is a dragon. Then why are we going for Horidol? I don't know. Too many questions. And yet, not enough answers. And we have the Shadow Cloak as well. We could do double bounce. Are those cards we just got in hand just now? Because I don't see the sequence from the previous turns if we already had the Kutir and the Shadow Cloak. Or is it me just getting distracted again at my own commentary? What do we want? Ah, because we are going to do masks again. Can you... we do masks again. Ah! Are we going... Yeah, we are doing masks again. I promise. This is not what I'm doing most of the time. But we are really going to masks again. We are going to mask because we have the kill and because we have 0 bind zone. It's understandable up to some extent, but we have the Nadir in hand, so we could rewrite. But we don't have cards. We are lost. We lost. Here we were done. We need farm cards. What are we doing? Malice? Okay, it's fine. No problem. We don't need to understand everything that happens around us. Sometimes you can just say yes. Oh my god. Also, like, you don't understand. I have been like the Wolfren from the future that was annoyed. He was in really annoyed, but he's already the Wolfren from this past, and like after 1 hour of not watching videos, I'm like so surprised. This is the actual game 3. Like, maybe it was better to continue with the fake game 3, you know? I wish I had a game 4. Ah! We are losing game next turn. Like, what am I doing? I need cards in hand. What am I watching? What are we watching? Okay, these games are completely fake and completely paid. Like, you do not Zorga Master 3 like 90% of the time. What happened? Well, it happens that we clearly lose. We're losing, that's what happens. Look at me trying to snatch a double crit here, putting him to 3. Letting him believe he can survive by taking the Vanguard. Of course he can. We were clearly not lucky this game. You can do that. If you see there's no other chance, you put them at 3 and they will no guard, and you try to double crit them and then they lose. Really, if you are going to lose, you just... Because that's actually a good advice. Let's make something good out of this. People tends to 2-2 pass, even on situations they should not 2-2 pass. Like, you saw the game 1, like, it was a casual game, okay, you don't care, but then it's a local game, you don't care either, but there is prices on locals, right? So, you can actually, and in BCS, that also happens. People do not guard enough, even on situations where they should, because they have won. Like, they have this automatized process where 2-2 pass is enough because there should not be 2 triggers and 2 checks and blah blah blah, and or like they put them to 3. They can guard, they will survive and they will kill you. But at 3 I should take the Vanguard and it's double crit and you win suddenly a lost game. That happens a lot. Or 2-2 passes where they should be PGs. Like, if you're going to lose, you just try to put them on those situations, on taking a Vanguard at 3 or into 2 passing. Chef kiss. Can we guard? I don't think so, but we have OT and we have PG. Maybe we can guard. Maybe this is not over. Although, I think we are just trying to dodge the crits. Ah, he forgot to stand. So, basically... Oh, sorry. It has been a long recording. Yeah, so we just PG the double crit one and pray for a heal, and if it happens, we keep playing. PG, we keep the Zorga, sure. GG. Well, hope you enjoyed, had fun. I won't lie, it wasn't funny for me because it was a lot of job fixing the dramas. So yeah, stay safe, stay prepared. Like, every time I don't prepare something, something gets broken immediately and I have to do 3 or 4 extra steps in my life every time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed regardless. To be honest, I think the 2 first games are kinda cool. You can see how Zorga Mask works there, and how you loop it, and how you keep mixing both skills. I think Nadir is very good with Zorga Mask. It's just that it happened too much, like a lot. It's not that usual. Well, anyway, hope you enjoyed. Have fun, stay safe, and see you soon. Bye bye.